Hi everyone. I couldn't wait until the morning, so I'm doing this now. Show you my new toys. So everyone's done an unboxing, so I didn't worry about doing the unboxing, but there's the box. My new racing boat, new flipped boat, an F2011 high-speed racing boat. Top speed around 55 kilometres an hour apparently. It's water cooling system that's installed in it, brushless motor version. So shows when it flips over you can ride it and keep going. Little barcode things here, I can download apps about it. It might be to do with instructions and that as well. But it gets a good instruction book. There's the end of it, the water cooling system. It is a 4S battery. It's a 30C 2200. It's only a small battery. Fits in there nicely. Got a nice little boat rack there to set your boat on. That's the charger. Luckily with the other item I ordered, which I'll show in a minute, I've got an adapter for this type of plug here because we're Australian plugs, so we've got like three holes, 2 on 45-degree angles at the top and one straight one just straight below them. So I've got an adapter for that, very good. And last but not least, there's the boat. Check that out. Isn't that slick? Look at that. And there's a few spare parts. There's a little spanner in the box there. You get 3 little propellers, spare propellers with it, so that's pretty cool. And there's a little Allen key as well with it. And as you see in the front, there's a nose guard as well that came with it. I've popped that on. Everything seems to be pretty easy. There's a little clip here. Undo that. The top piece that comes off. And then you've got an inside piece. It's in here. I've just had a quick look at it before. And that comes out like so. And there's the inside of it, and that's the battery there on the side. It's only small, little, easy to get to, but it doesn't look like I can fit a bigger battery in it because of the actual holder for the battery is only as big as the battery, like just a tad bigger. This doesn't even quite fit in there. There's a little rubber sort of stopper there at the end. I'm thinking maybe taking that out to see if it'll drop down further. The only thing is where the wires are situated on the battery, they'd be coming up over that plastic lip, which could cause it damage. It was also saying in the instructions to put a bit of oil. You can see that. I'll look a bit closer. In these bits here, saying to put a bit of oil in there. So let us know in the comments if you think if Singer oil would be fine, or should I use maybe like a bit of silicone grease or something in there instead. Yeah, let us know in the comments. So you like that one, Ryan? That's pretty cool, eh? So that's the battery you get with it. But as you can see, it's only a small battery area, so I don't think I can fit a bigger battery in it. Because also where that is screwed to, there's like a bracket just below that it's screwed into. So even if I took that out, that would still be in the way. Well, you possibly could, but that would mean I think I'd have to get a Dremel tool or something and cut that piece off. But even a bigger battery. These are the new batteries I just got in. I got some of those. All of it's from Banggood. Yeah, so I got a good deal. And remember, when you buy off Banggood, watch the pricing. Come back to it. Like, don't buy straight away because the prices do fluctuate. So even that, even if I wanted to put a bigger battery in, like that would probably fit in there. Would probably fit, but I'd have to take that battery carrier out and yeah, take off that piece in there. But we'll see eventually how that goes. So that goes in there and velcros in. As you can see, because there's a little rubber bit in that plastic, the battery doesn't sit in quite properly, which is a little bit of a nuisance. So I might take that rubber bit out. It looks like it's been glued in there. Oh, hang on. Oh no, it comes off all right. There we go. Pull that out of there and we'll see if this will sit a little lower. So as I've noticed on the side of the battery there, that clip on the side of the lid seems to dig into it. I don't know if you can see that little indent there. I'll try that. Yeah, still I don't think it's going to help because of that, but it might sit down a little further on one side maybe. Yeah, so it's got the water cooling system down in there, if you can see it. The hoses and everything. The water outlet on the side and that to let the water out. So I believe it sucks it in from the back there, takes it in through the system and spits it out the side. It keeps it all nice and cool. At least see. Well, let's have a look and see what size the actual motor is. It's only a relatively small motor. So you get a little box, and that's got your tools and everything in it, your spare propellers. It had your your bracket there to sit your boat on. And that's pretty much your manual on it. There's your controller. Doesn't look too bad. Apparently it's 6 AA's fit into this. It is held in with a little screw too, so you got to take that out, pop that out, put your batteries in. The handle's different. You got some little cutout pieces here on the handle. And it feels quite light. That looks plastic around there, but it's actually a hard rubber that's on that steering. The controller feels all right. You open the back up and you've got all your switches there, on off, and to adjust the trim and everything, new steering trim and all that. That's pretty cool. It's a cool looking controller actually, but yeah, 6 AA batteries to run this. So we'll see how it goes eventually. We'll see how this goes back on. The front bit goes on first. Oh, also on this, there is like a rubber skirting that runs around there, I guess, for waterproofing. But I've heard some saying there's like a silicone grease. Some boats get with them. I didn't find any in this box with this, but it does say in the instructions about it. So I'll go up to the hobby shop and get some of that, and I'll smear some of that on just just to make sure water doesn't get in there. When it starts to warm up again, we'll take it out. Make sure I got this in right. Oh, that feels. So they all click in nicely. And you got the top piece. That just clicks in there. It's a little tight on the back clip, but all good. The other thing it doesn't explain the instructions either is what this little one is for. There's like a little plug here. If anyone knows what that's for, can you let us know? It doesn't exactly say in the instructions what that plug is for. I don't know if maybe it's just a drainage plug when you pick it up out of the water. Maybe that you pop that, and if any water's got in there, I guess maybe that's what it's for. Let us know. Anyone into the boats and that who know what it's all about. This is my first boat. Can't wait to get it out and see how it goes. Like 55 kilometres an hour in the water, like, whew, it's going to go. Chuck that over there and dip it in the coffee. Whoops. Right. So that's the boat. I showed you the batteries. There are the 3S batteries. I got them with the double plug. Comes with the Traxxas, but I'm going to take T-plug off there, and I'm going to put an XT90 plug on that. So I've got 2 of those from Banggood, and they're around $50 each. Just a bit over $50 each, I think they were. So, yeah, I'll see how they go. I've been quite happy with the Zop Power batteries. With my other, I use those in the X-Max. They're the 4S, and they're 7000s. And these are the 3S, and they're 7000s. So, because I want to use these in my Traxxas vehicles. Also, well, I can use them in the Armour, and I can also use them in the Desert Buggy once I put the XT90s on. I'll be looking forward to using them. The other thing I wanted to show was a new charger. I can charge 2 batteries at once now, finally. Because my original charger, it's only 1 battery at a time, and that's that one. It's been great, but, you know, 1 battery at a time, it gets to be a bit of a pain. So I can charge 2 at once, or great, makes it quicker. I can do 2 for the Armour, for the X-Max. 2 different batteries for the other vehicles. I want to take them for a run on the boat. So that's your AC/DC dual balance charger. This charger, that's a Sky RC, and it gives you all the details on the side. And I don't know why they couldn't have sent me one with the Australian plug, but they did send me the adapter. I'll just grab that. Everyone probably knows what they look like anyway. Oh, sorry, my bad. Put it in the box, didn't I? Oh, yeah. So have a little look, and it looks pretty good. Like, yeah, lithium batteries, balance charge, program data, battery voltage meter. It's 100 watt, 13.8 volt DC power supply. It's got a voice guide, PC control, battery resistance. It gives you all the details on the box. It comes pretty well packed. The foam casing. So yeah, that's the type of plug we use here in Australia. So they've sent us that. That's great. As with the boat charger, it's got this weird little plug on them, so very much needed. The other bummer is they do send you wires with it. They send you two with XT60 plugs. I don't use XT60 plugs, so I'm going to take that. And those two, I will be putting Traxxas plugs on them. That's what I mainly use here. Traxxas plugs. I do have a couple of batteries with those T plugs, but I've got an adapter there that I can use for those single ones if need be. So, yeah, two wires of XT60s. So I'll take them off and put XT90s on it. And those I'll go and get some Traxxas plugs and put them on them. So that'll solve that problem. So you got the balance ports, of course, with it too. So you got them, those adapters, plug, a very good instruction manual with it. So you can go through that. Tells you all about it, how to set it up. You can even charge your mobile phone and laptop and pad and whatever on it as well. It's got that ability on the front there. Just give you a quick look at this. So there we go. It's like a midnight blue colour on top and black around the rest. Fans on the outers, either side. Yeah, I can straighten that up a little. Alright, so yeah, all your switches there to set up your charging. Plugs are at the front. Put in your connectors. AC connector there. And you got a DC connector on the other side. So new battery charger. So yeah, can't wait to use that. It'll be a lot better to charge me batteries. I will show this. I did get a drone. Hey, g'day, Steve-O. How are you, mate? Cool, buddy. I was just showing this, Steve. That's my new boat. Just went through and showed the interior of that. You more than likely know what they look like and everything. Got an easy access battery and everything to it. It's a small battery. It's a 4S, but 2,200. So that's my new boat that I've been waiting for. It's taken me 5 weeks to get here, so I had to wait until they got new stock. Yeah, very nice. So apparently 55 kilometres an hour. And do you know if this little plug at the back here, Steve, is that a drainage plug there? Like if water gets inside, or is it for something else? I know it sucks the water in there for the cooling system and all that. A few tools with it, 3 spare propellers in the box, a little shifter and a Allen key. And you got your little rack to rest your boat on. So that's pretty cool. Charger and that come with it as well. I showed those earlier. Luckily, I've got the adapter there for that. So there we are, plugs here in Australia. And the batteries I showed earlier, 3S batteries, 7000s. So, and I've got the 2 plugs, Traxxas, and I'm going to take those off and put the XT90s on them so I can use them in the desert buggy, the Armour, So that's that. And I did get a little drone, but I don't know. I've tried flying it, and the instructions aren't real specific on it. Like, some of them you got to turn it certain directions or whatever to balance, but you just hit the controller up and down. Apparently, that's supposed to do it. But you take off, it goes up, and then it wants to go to one side. So, really figure that out and maybe hook up these fellas down at the park who are flying the drones and get some advice off them. I can't fly with a crow. Yeah, the boat looks all right, eh? I'm impressed with the boat. But, yeah, that might have been a bit of a dud buy. I've heard some rumours online and that about some of them, but yeah, they're cheap and don't work that well. And I think I might have got one. So I don't know. Maybe it might come good. Maybe it needs some fine tuning. There's some buttons on the side to fine tune it. But I'm quite stoked with that. I can charge 2 batteries at once. Well, I've got the other charger there, so 3 batteries. Got to set the trims on the drone. It's drifting up. Yeah, there's a couple of buttons either side on the controller, apparently for trim. So I'll have to get down to the park and try and do it. It's, where it's a bit clearer, give us a little bit more room. Can't do it inside here because it goes up and then to the right or whatever runs into the bookshelf and that, or the lounge. So I'll have to take it down the park and try it down there. Yeah, so lots of goodies. Yeah, out of the tax return. Splurged a little bit. So, yeah. Oh, there was a part I'm trying to get off Banggood for the desert buggy because I tested it out the other week and it did 96 kilometres an hour. No kidding. Stock out of the box, 96 Ks. My mate had one of those Speedo GPS things and we put it on there and, yeah, we couldn't believe it. But I stuffed up near the end. I thought I'd slowed down enough before making the turn, but obviously didn't. The whole thing just tumbled, like it turned, skidded and just tumbled, and we're just scratching our heads going, no, we've done the bolt down the end of the car park to check it out. And we get there and there's a plastic piece on the back that hold the wheels and that. It's broken, which caused one of the, what do they call it, swing shaft to come out. End up finding the swing shaft. But anyway, I got on the site where it came from. They've got the parts there and the upgrade part, like an aluminium part for it, but there's no way of buying it from them. There's nothing there to click on to actually buy it. So I've tried to contact Banggood. They haven't been any help. The emails are getting sent back for some reason. I'm not getting through. But yeah, I need that part for the back of the car. Yeah, tumble wumble. That's right. Yes, yeah. How you doing, son? It's a little bit windy here today. It's actually quite warmer today than what it has been. It's it got up to 27 degrees today, so quite warm. Like we've still got this month of winter to go, but it's already starting to warm up. Hinge pin brace. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, well, there was nothing actually on Banggood. They had other parts there in the 1/8 scale, but not that particular part. Yeah, hang on a minute. I'll grab it and show you. here it is. If you can see this bit, you can see that it's actually broken. See how the wheel comes away? I don't want to bend it too far. I don't want to break the front one. But apparently that piece there, you can get an aluminium piece to strengthen that up. Yeah, so when it tumbled, it broke that, and like the swing shaft there flung out of it. And we looked around everywhere, in the grass, on the road. And I went back the next day and had another look, and it was about 3 feet away from the grass on the driveway. Luckily, I spotted it. So I found that. So all I need is this piece at the back. Like, I don't know if super glue would hold it. Probably doubt it. The other thing I was thinking of taking it off and maybe take it down to one of these. There's like a bloke down here who does fitting and welding and all that kind of thing. I was thinking maybe they might be able to make the part up. If I take that piece down to them, maybe they'll be able to copy it and make an aluminium piece for us. So that's my other option. Maybe try and find someone who can actually make that piece out of aluminium. So I went onto the site I bought this from, but yeah, as I said, there's no link to buy it. I wish you could. And I've tried to write to them by email and that, and they're not emailing me back. So I don't know what to do. So that's the hinge pin brace. It's there. No. Yeah, okay, Steve. No worries, hang on. Yeah, I do actually
Get out.
Have the part number. Oh. Hang on a minute. I did have the part number for that.
You can't just leave her. What is she supposed to do? Oh. Get that gun out of my face.
Yeah, here it is.
Get out. Now.
Rightio, it's the Atom 6S, but the part number, I believe the upgrade part, well, they call it AL clip side, and they got 336201. And to get all the bits for the back, what is it? Here's the one here for all the bits. Clip side set, they're calling it. 312024. Because I'm hoping that other number that I mentioned for that is the aluminium one, I hope, because there's an upgrade part to it. That's 336201, AL clip side. So I don't know if you can check that out for us, Steve, and see if they can come up with that. What have we got? Make sure I'm giving you the right ones. Yeah, 312024, yep. And 336201, yep, that's it. So I won't need the swing shafts. I found the swing shaft for it. I've got that on the cupboard there, so I was lucky I found that, or otherwise I'll be ordering that part as well. But yeah, so it's just those those bits for the back. And hopefully, if possible, you can get the aluminium one for us so I can upgrade it, just in case I do roll it again. But next time I'll make sure I brake better, because it was that far down the park. It had to be close to 100 metres away, and it's just hard to judge when it's, out in front of you to pull it up. And I thought I pulled it up enough before I started the turn, and she just... And luckily I didn't wreck me mate's Speedo, because it come apart too. We picked up the pieces and put it back together, but it was right. And on the screen, yep, 96 kilometres an hour. Like, that's fair dinkum. Like, I couldn't believe it. Neither could he. Like, we're just like, what? We've ran the Traxxas ones there, the Rustler and the Slash. I don't think they got anywhere near that speed. Actually, we did put it on the Rustler, and it got 75, I believe. I think got 75 kilometres out of that, because I've actually put the 17-tooth pinion gear on it, so it does go a bit quicker.
Keep lying on me, Jay. And I told you what would happen to you if you ever lied to me again. I told you.
I think it is, Steve-o. I'll write it down here for you so you can see it. That's my email address there. Do have a different one. Probably give you that one as well. So the first one's my Yahoo email address, and the second one I've sent you there is my Gmail. So you can send us a email on either of those when you find out the information. Yeah, keen to get those parts, and I'll get that back on the road again. I did do a bit of a night run there the other week. I don't know if you've seen that. It went all right, but the only thing was, when it was at a bit of a distance or the lights were facing at the camera, it sort of lost focus a bit. So it just looked like this, bright ball coming at you kind of thing. When it was close, it wasn't too bad. I just wish I had someone there with a camera that can get up closer. I do have a editor on here, but got to figure out how to use it properly. I'm not real familiar with it, so that's why my filming, that's probably a little bit rough compared to some. But because I tried to download it and do things from my phone and that, but it's not accepting it for some reason. Yeah, true. I was hoping to get a GoPro, but yeah, just got to wait and pay off my zip. I've only got a couple hundred to go on that now, so I might, once I pay that off, I might go and find a place that sells GoPros or something similar. I was told of another type of camera that's come out that's pretty good as well. Apparently, it's competing against GoPro at the moment. Oh yeah, refurbishment. Oh, okay. So where'd you pick that up? You get that online, or is there a shop near you that sort of do that kind of work. Oh, okay. Alright. Let's have a look at that. I'll be able to find something that way a bit cheaper. Yeah, my son was on for a bit there, but I think he's gone now. So any more comments from him? He was doing a bit of work there earlier, apparently. This message is held.
You know how long it's been since I was going to say pizza.
Yeah. Right. So when you sent the email part, it must hide that. Just had to click on it to show it. All good. All good. Yeah. So got tonight off from work. Back into it again tomorrow night. But, yeah, so that's the new bits and pieces. That was the controller that came with the boat. And if you can see that, there's like little cutouts in the handle. So it's a little bit different. Feels light. Once I put the batteries in, it's going to be different, like 6 AAs this takes. So it must carry the signal a fair way. Like for 6 AA batteries, it must be more than 100 meters. But it's a pretty nifty looking controller. And that's not plastic, that's like a hard rubber on the steering wheel there. And it's actually very similar, the wheel, and that's very similar to the controller for the desert buggy. Yeah, right. So I took that rubber bit out of the battery tray for the boat. The battery seemed to sit down a little bit better in it. It's on a little bit of an angle, but they didn't quite make the battery tray long enough in the boat. And especially on the side, I reckon I might get a Dremel bit or something and cut down the side so the wires fit down. Because it's all like a square box, those wires on the side of the battery stop it from sitting in properly. So maybe if I cut a little trench there for the wires, and the battery would sit lower then. Oh, it's going to do too, yeah. Rightio, mate. Well, you have a good sleep, and yeah, thanks for watching, and yeah, appreciate you looking into that for us, Steve. So have a good one, mate. And that's all from me. I'll end the stream now and catch you later. Look forward to hearing from you, mate.